the United Nations and the illegal wars of the UN. President Buck McKeon has let the NDAA slowly slip into American law, the National Defense Authorization Act, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't ask him what the NDAA is, you should ask him the next time he has a convention. Because the NDAA is the death blow to the United States Constitution. He has promoted tax hikes, despite what he's told you today at this convention. He has endorsed helping the United Nations in encroaching in world government through the vehicle of the UN. And let me tell you something about Mr. Buck McKeon. He is somebody that is voting for your tax hikes. He's somebody that supports the international wars of the UN. He's somebody that is not for the Constitution. He does not support your gun rights. He does not support your rights of liberty and private property. He's helped to vote for tax hikes, private property.
He supports the military.
He supports the U.S. military to get us out of the UN and the international human wars. Buck McKeon has helped to do that, to promote that agenda. We're not fighting for American security under the United States banner, but it is the UN Charter and UN Security Council resolution that we're going to war internationally for. Buck McKeon is supporting the National Defense Authorization Act, is helping to eliminate
fucking
freedom,
Romney sign. Somebody's got a Romney sign.
A right of free speech, a right of public assembly. He is not an electable representative, ladies and gentlemen. Both politicians,
He's a Republican
as you know, are liars. Why don't you ask him, why did he vote for the National Defense Authorization Act, ladies and gentlemen? Why did he not help audit Ron Paul's audit of the Federal Reserve Bank? Because of the fact that he's one of the people that are benefiting from this establishment. He's somebody who's not a conservative. He's not somebody that supports American values. He is a liar. You ask him about the NDAA. You ask him about our right to due process of law. You ask him about, should America go to war under the UN Security Council resolution? Should Americans die for the United Nations? Should American military be controlled by the UN, expanding UN control over sovereign countries? Let me tell you something, sir, in the red card. You don't know that your pal voted for the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act. Anybody that would vote for such a thing is somebody that does not support freedom, somebody that is against the right for the American people to have taxation with proper representation, private property rights, your right to own a gun. This man is not someone that represents the Constitution of the United States and the American people, ladies and gentlemen.
This?
You ask him why he voted for the NDAA.
Buck McKeon.
Find out why the people are opposed to the National Defense Authorization Act.
Yeah, he did vote. I mean, that's a vote.
That he feels that tax hikes should be given so that we can give out foreign money, billions of dollars to international countries that people have lost their mortgages. Why America should be the world's policeman to the United Nations. Why should we wage war under the UN banner and have Americans die for the UN? Buck McKeon has helped to promote that agenda, ladies and gentlemen, because that's where he's getting his money from. The Rockefeller Foundation, he supports the CFR, he's somebody that supports the Federal Reserve Bank, he voted against the audit of the Federal Reserve, and your candidate is not somebody that supports the freedoms of the Constitution of the United States, ladies and gentlemen. If you think this is wrong, then you look at his voting record, and you find out what he voted for. You compare what he voted for what really represents the best interests of the American people. Tea Party stands for tax already enough. Do we want higher taxes to a representative like this to give out foreign handouts to other countries? Do we want an elected
Ron Paul people,
representative
right
that will
there.
go against the U.S. Constitution? Do we want somebody that supports something like the National Defense Authorization Act? These are the forerunners of what's becoming the suspension of our U.S. Constitution. America is slipping into a police state. Our law enforcement is becoming nationalized under one umbrella through Homeland Security, and nobody is challenging this. Buck McKeon is not challenging the centralizing of our police force under Homeland Security. Buck McKeon is not explaining to you that the National Defense Authorization Act